Text to make him fall in love. In this video, I'm going to share what to text a man to build a deep and loving connection. It's Sabrina, your personal love advisor from A New Mode, the channel where we show you how love actually works. Texting can be a launchpad for a new relationship. It can also cause a relationship to fall flat before it even gets off the ground. Love develops when we feel seen and accepted for who we truly are. And you can definitely use texting to enhance these feelings and enhance your connection. In this video, I'm not only going to tell you the text to send a man to make him fall more in love with you, but I'm also going to share the psychology behind how men fall in love in general. I'll also give you templates for texts to send him to make it super simple. So all you need to do is just tweak it a little to make it a little more personal and just send. So just make sure you watch this video all the way until the end. Real quick, if you like this topic, if you enjoy this video, if you find it helpful, please give it a like, please subscribe to our channel, ring the bell to make sure you turn on notifications, and please leave me a comment letting me know what you think. I love hearing from you guys and I try to answer all the questions I get in the comment section. Okay, so before I give you the types of texts to send him to make him fall in love, we're just gonna go over some texting do's and don'ts real quick. Number 1, don't always be the first to initiate texting conversations. Men are hunters, let him hunt. Men appreciate having the space to pursue you, so give it to him. Number 2, don't respond right away. If you always respond right away, he's just gonna think that you have no life and this is just not attractive. Number 3, don't obsess over what he texts you or what you text him. Obsessing means I don't trust myself and I don't trust that things are gonna work out for me, so I'm gonna continue questioning everything until I prove myself right. Suffice it to say, this is not a healthy mindset. Number 4, do be authentic. If you are trying to play some kind of part or be what it is that you think that he wants, it's just not authentic. It's not real, and you're not gonna be able to form a genuine connection that way. Number 5, do leave him wanting more. I know how easy it is to just get so wrapped up in texting all day long, especially if this is the beginning of a relationship and you're totally obsessed with each other, but you really need to leave room to build that connection in person. It's also really important to just leave him wanting more, leave him craving you. This is what's going to cause him to become completely obsessed with you. Okay, now let's talk about the 5 types of texts to send him. Number 1, the I have boundaries text. Like I was saying earlier, it's very easy to fall into just a texting only type of relationship where you're just completely obsessed with each other and just texting all day long. It's really important for you to set up boundaries. Number 1, this is going to weed out guys who just aren't serious and are just interested in texting, seeing you when it's convenient for him, and the relationship just kind of ends up being nothing. You're just kind of in this relationship no man's land. If you really want to build a deep, loving connection, you have to also have those deep moments in person. It can't just be over text. A good way to establish boundaries would be something like, if he asks you a question, you can say, I actually have a really great story about that, but it's much better told in person. Or maybe you and him are texting, and then just say to him, look, I can't really talk right now, but why don't you give me a call around 9 o'clock? This is a great move because it shows him that you are busy, you have a lot going on in your life. You're not just gonna abandon your entire life for him. It shows that he needs to step up if he wants to earn a spot in your life. You're not just gonna give him a spot, you're not just gonna hand it to him. It shows that you're a woman with boundaries, and that is sexy. So set your texting boundaries. Don't let him call all the shots here. Don't fall into a texting only type of relationship. Men fall in love with women who respect themselves and who are high value women. The best way to show that you respect yourself is to have some boundaries. Number 2, the I see you text. No, you are not creepily sending him a text saying I see you while staring at him through his window. What you're gonna be doing here is seeing the real him. We all wear masks in the world. We all present a depiction of how we like the world to see us, which isn't always authentic to who we truly are. Really building a loving connection is about seeing the essence of a person. In psychology, this is called the shadow self. The shadow self contains all the parts of our personality that we don't necessarily want to admit to having. So for example, I'll use myself as an example, I guess. I mean, for me, I come across in the world as just confident, no nonsense, nothing bothers me, get the job done. And very early in my relationship with my husband, he called me out on that because that's something that the whole world sees. And he said, you're really like no nonsense, tough, but beneath that, I think you're really sensitive and things really affect you. And I was like, yes, that's right. That's true. That's something that no one sees. I guess now the world sees it because I told you guys. I mean, the fact that he was able to see that so clearly, and I didn't even really realize that about myself, that's what really draws you to another person. That's what really makes you think, okay, this is something, this connection is real. There's really something worth hanging on to here. So it's really important to tap into his shadow self. When you can see that side of him, That is what makes you stand out from everyone else. That's what seduction is all about. Seduction is not about getting a guy to want to sleep with you, because that's a very easy thing to do. It doesn't really take much skill to get a guy to want to sleep with you. That's not seduction. Really seducing a man is about tapping into who he truly is. Okay, so how do we do this? Some good ways to do this are to ask some deep questions that are really gonna reveal a lot about him. So here are some examples. If you could write a note to your younger self, what would it say? What was the happiest period in your life? What is the best compliment you've ever received? What is your proudest accomplishment? And what makes you feel truly alive? All of these questions are great ways to tap into who he really is, what he feels proud of. And it's not just about asking him questions, it's about noticing who he is. When you're just obsessing over how he feels about you, you can't do this because you're not looking at him at all. You're just looking at how he feels about you, and you're only honing in on those aspects of like his actions and his personality. Like, that's all you're fixated on. You can't build a connection. This is where most women shoot themselves in the foot when it comes to relationships. They just obsess over how he feels instead of focusing on learning who he is. Number 3, the appreciation text. So this ties into the previous point about seeing who he really is. And if you've watched any of my videos, if you've read any of my content on A New Mode, then you'll know all about this because I talk about it a lot because it is crucial. Men are starved for appreciation. A man will not get into a relationship with a woman who does not genuinely appreciate him. And the number one reason men leave relationships is because they don't feel appreciated by their partner. So it's so important to appreciate the things he does and who he is, and text him those things that you appreciate about him. This will make his day. This will light him up. Now, sending him something like, "You're so handsome," is nice, that feels good, but you could send that to millions of other men. That applies to so many other people. You need to appreciate him for who he is, for what makes him unique. So you could text him something like, "I love the way you really listen when someone tells a story. It really shows that you care about what they have to say, and not many people do that. That is unique to him." Other examples are, "I admire the man you are. You really inspire me." Or, "You have such a great laugh. It's so infectious. Anyone who's around you is just in a better mood after hearing your laugh." Or, "I really love how kind you are to everyone you meet." It's really important to set a foundation of positivity and appreciation in your relationship. When you can do this, that's what really gets a man to fall in love with you. But I want to say it has to be genuine. Don't do this in order to make him fall in love with you. Don't think of compliments to send him just because I want to make him fall in love with me. It has to be genuine. You need to find it within yourself to genuinely appreciate the person he is. And if you can't do that, then you shouldn't be with this person. Number 4, the "I'm thinking about you" text. Men move towards what feels good. If it feels good to text with you, he's gonna want to text with you. Feels good to be around you, gonna want to be around you. If you make him feel good, he's gonna become addicted to you. So let him know that you're thinking about him. This is not a bad thing. This is a good thing. I know that we're told, like, don't show interest. And I mean, I did say earlier, hold yourself back a little bit, but that's not the same as not showing interest. It's good to show interest, as long as he's also showing interest back. If you're just showing interest in him and he's not showing interest in you, that's when showing interest becomes a bad thing, because then you just like lose your dignity and it ravages your self-esteem. So send him something like, "Oh, this day is going on forever. I just can't wait to see you. You make me so happy. I just drove by the park where we had that amazing picnic. Can't wait to do it again. Smiley face." That's it. Just let him know that you're thinking about him and that when you think about him, it makes you happy. Number 5, the "I love us" text. Now, please don't actually send him "I love us" because, ugh, gross. We want to make this a little bit less cheesy, but still have a strong impact. The "I love us" text is about, I love the time that we spent together. I love our memories. So you can text him about a memory, be really detailed and specific, or just like send him a picture of a happy memory that you and him share together and, reflect on that time. Or send him an inside joke or remind him of a story of something that happened. It's really important to keep the good memories at the forefront of your mind, because what happens instead is so when something bad happens in the relationship, that's what stays with us. The good things happen, it's good times, something bad happens, and it's like, oh, something bad happened, and now this is just gonna consume me. It's really important to always remember why you fell in love with that person to begin with, especially as time goes on in your relationship when it becomes much easier to take each other for granted. So text him about those happy moments, because that's gonna make him want to share even more happy moments with you. And it'll inspire him to do more for you because he'll realize that you're a woman who genuinely appreciates what he has to offer. Like I said, men are starved for appreciation. Okay, that's my list. If you have anything to add, please share it in the comment section. If you found this helpful, please give it a like, please subscribe to this channel, ring the bell for notifications, leave me a comment letting me know what you think. I love hearing from you guys, and I will see you in the next video.